Good morning and welcome to Alzheimer's Australia SA's International Action on Dementia event. Thank you everyone for being here. In particular, I offer my thanks and a warm welcome to Ita Buttrose. In addition to her role as Alzheimer's Australia's National Ambassador, Ita is a tireless advocate for public health education. We are so grateful to have you with us today as a speaker, facilitator and Master of Ceremonies. I also extend a warm welcome to Alzheimer's Australia SA's Chairman of the Board, Mr Tony Newman, and all other board members. Lastly, and by no means least, to all of our guest speakers, we are very fortunate to have you with us today, all together speaking at one event. With each and every one of you making a contribution to today's event, it will be a wonderful day. Dementia can affect many aspects of your life, because it influences and changes both your thinking and behaviour. And when your thinking and behaviour is impacted, you gradually lose your ability to perform everyday tasks. Your personality changes. You become confused and withdrawn. You lose your precious memories, and life as you know it shrinks. To help you build a full understanding of what life can be like before and after a diagnosis of dementia, allow me to paint this picture, a metaphor for a rich, full life. Imagine yourself at a dinner party. You're at a large table with your family and dearest friends. The table is laden with exquisite food that you prepared as a family, while your favourite music played in the background. It's joyful and the food is delicious. Your friends have brought a selection of excellent wine, beer, and mouth-watering desserts. The conversation is stimulating. You discuss and you debate all of the topics of the day with rigour and deep understanding. There's a lot of laughter too. It's family. It's the type of laughter that sees you and your guests journey through many years of memories and stories. The type of laughter that leaves you breathless and content. This is life, you tell yourself. You're happy, involved, and you're loved. That is life. It's full of feeling and meaning, discussion and expression. It's a shared experience. However, when a family member is diagnosed with dementia, life changes. So let's go back to the dinner party, our metaphor for life. Although now a member of the family has been diagnosed with dementia, the act of preparing the meal made you feel anxious because you were unable to follow instructions. You became confused and you couldn't follow your favourite recipes. You enjoy spending time with your family and watching them laugh and preparing the food. But now that's all that you feel you can do, is just watch. You feel like you're a bystander. The evening commenced well. You were enjoying the meal and the company, but your anxiety returned when you knocked a glass of red wine onto the table. It made a terrible noise, and the wine landed in the lap of the gentleman next to you. You can't remember his name, but he's your best friend. The stories being shared aren't resonating with you. There's laughter, but you don't understand why things are so funny. You can't keep up with the debate. It's heating up at the other end of the table, but all you can hear is music in the background. It's a song that you love, but you can't place it. You can't place the source of the joyful feeling you are experiencing right at that moment. Then someone calls your name. They ask you a question, but you can't answer. It's silent, and guests begin to leave one by one until the table is empty. That is life now. It's your new reality. And there was no way you could have prepared for the realities which have profoundly impacted upon your life and your family's life. Your partner has become your carer, and you're possibly feeling anxious Sadly too, as is the reality for many people living with dementia, it's likely that some of your friends have withdrawn from your life. You and your carer feel utterly alone. But as expressed in the theme for Dementia Awareness Month, you are not alone. Alzheimer's Australia can help you with information about dementia and memory loss, and we can help you if a family member or a dear friend is diagnosed with dementia through access to our information, education and services and support. Alzheimer's Australia represents and advocates for more than 353,000 Australians living with dementia and the estimated 1.2 million Australians involved in their care. We are the voice that represents the interests of people with dementia in South Australia on all matters relating to dementia and carer issues. We have always led by innovation in our service delivery at Alzheimer's Australia SA. So today, we are announcing a very unique service, the first service of its type in South Australia, the Nightingale Nurses. This service is available to anyone living with dementia, their families and their carers. Our Nightingale Nurses are specialist nurses who provide practical one-on-one advice and emotional support to enable people living with dementia and their families to live well with knowledge, compassion, support and assistance. They work with people with dementia to develop strategies that will help improve and maintain a good quality of life for everyone in the family. Typically, a significant number of people with dementia die in hospital following a prolonged time in aged care and many times with no family and no supports. Complicating matters further, pain is often under-recognised given that people with advanced dementia cannot communicate their needs and many don't have advanced care directives in place. Without a plan to guide healthcare professionals, family members must make decisions about their loved one's care, often leading to family conflict, division and emotional pain that make an already difficult and frightening experience even more so. The reality for people with dementia is that they have not always received the gold standard of care provision. The goal of Nightingale Nurses and Alzheimer's Australia SA is to fill some of those gaps in care. With a Nightingale nurse by your side from diagnosis, the pathway to understanding is ignited and the journey from diagnosis to advanced care becomes a lot less confusing. Our Nightingale Nurses supports a change in thinking about palliative care, which is more than end-of-life care and comfort. There is a quality approach designed to smooth the progression of diagnosis through to the end of life. We do not receive government funding for this service. Our Nightingale Nurses service has been made possible by the generous donations, of our donors. A $100,000 donation was made to our service to commence developing the service this year. I would now like to officially launch our Nightingale Nurses website. You'll be able to have a look at it up on the screen. I encourage you to visit the Nightingale Nurses website, nightingalenurses.com.au, where you will find a detailed information about the services that we can provide to you. Navigating the site is easy, and it provides all of the critical information up front, including how to volunteer as a Nightingale nurse, information about dementia, and how to assist us to expand our nursing services. Our vision is to make a Nightingale nurse available for every person who is diagnosed with dementia. And we know that's a big task, but we're certainly going to make a good headway to that vision. To assist us, though, to make this vision into a reality, we warmly welcome your donations through the Nightingale Nurses website. Even the smallest donation will make a significant difference and a very positive impact to those people with dementia and their families. Finding a nurse is easy with our simple online form. And as you can see, our goal for September is to raise $500,000, and at the moment we're sitting at around about $300,000. So we're hoping that we'll reach our goal by the end of this month. Nightingale nurses are currently available in metropolitan Adelaide, and we have a number of options available for working with regional clients and other service providers in support of facilitating a palliative approach. Our nurses are specialist nurses who provide support and guidance from the point of diagnosis with dementia. They will continue to work with clients to reduce distress and confusion and offer a range of care services which will provide assistance and support at any point. And when challenges arise or decisions need to be made, the nurses will be there for you. Nightingale Nurses work provides a comprehensive and holistic nursing assessment which will identify all current issues, anticipate any changing needs, and recommend or refer to other service providers as needed. Our nurses also offer advice and help to complete an advanced care directive and make sure that future planning has been taken care of. Best practice care for people living with dementia is a palliative approach that begins at diagnosis. We are available in the home, residential care, hospital and community settings, so we're going to be there for everyone. For those seeking a more hands-on approach, Nightingale nurses can go to the doctors with the person with dementia and their carer. They can help you to work out what questions to ask, decipher information provided by doctors and healthcare professionals, provide counselling and attend case conferences. Or for those wanting to build personal knowledge and take ownership of managing a loved one's care, Nightingale nurses can provide information and strategies to the carer. Nightingale Nurses offers a truly flexible service that can be tailored to the unique needs of each individual. In this way, we aim to enable people living with dementia to stay at home longer and maximise their independence, avoid unnecessary admissions into the acute care hospital setting, and achieve and maintain a better quality of life and positive relationships. But most importantly, so people can have a voice in their future care and decision-making by planning ahead. For South Australians who receive a diagnosis of dementia, you are certainly not alone. Alzheimer's Australia and Nightingale Nurses are just a phone call away.